Hi, Phil Pavlinsky here with Practical Hapkido. Here recently I got a request to comment on one of the videos that they would like to see what the approach would be from a hockey style attack. Well, basically a hockey style attack, in my understanding, is they're basically grabbing you by the lapel and then they're pulling you in while they're opening and throwing punches at you. You look up hockey attack, you just see two guys spinning in circles on the ice and punching each other in the face while they're hanging onto the other person's shirt. Now, fortunately for us, we're not on ice, because if we were on ice, I'd be on the ground already, trying to balance or anything like that. There's a lot of ways you can look at this. Let's switch sides here a second, John. If he's looking at grabbing lapel here and pulling him for a punch, are you going to use that? Okay, we'll switch sides. I didn't know you were going to use that hand. Hapkido's got a lot of joint locks we could do for this, but my philosophy in dealing with stuff like this is always go to the simplest, most direct approach you can first, and then you can play with other options from that moment on. So what you really have to do is the minute he grabs a hold of you like this and he rears out of the backhand, if he's going to strike, is reach out and strike him. First place I would try and do is I'd go straight to this carotid artery, right here on this muscle. Try and get a vagus shutdown. So another thing you should do that is start over from a square one position. He grabs the lapel and pulls back, trap here, and I'm automatically going back up and driving my forearm straight into this portion of his neck, right here by the carotid artery. I'm going for that knockout. Okay? Other areas we could do with this, if we grab latches on like that, is I can take this, and I've taken all the power out of that. But I haven't caused any effect to him. All I've done here at this point was take and trap this and hit on the outside of this arm, and kick that elbow into the inside. Now this is pretty much dismantled. This really isn't working very well anymore. But I haven't done anything to him. I still have to come back and do something to him. Otherwise he's going to come back and hit me again with it. So the simple answer to this is he latches on and I immediately go in and strike through this carotid artery, straight here into the neck. And you want to get this quadrant. You've got a really good chance you're going to knock him out, or at the very little minimum, brown him out. By brown him, I mean you get a stagger or two. And if you get a stagger or two, you can hit him again, right at that point. After you do something like this is when you can start playing with some of your Hapkido lock. We already have a hand up here, so I got this. I got an outside lock I can take and just drop him right down to the floor at that point. When it's bent in like this, I'm not going to try and take him to an arm bar because it's not conducive. This is where people go, well, Hapkido doesn't work. I can't put him in an arm bar. Well, of course you can't. His hand's turned up, his arm is bent. It's just not the time for an arm bar. Now I'm going to take it outside this way, and that's where he's going to go. But the simple way is trap here and go straight for that carotid artery. If this doesn't work, I immediately come back with a ridge hand, but I'm not really using a ridge hand. I'm using the radial bone, and I'm striking right here at the base of the skull. Trap strike. He's still there, come right over the top, and strike again right at the base of the skull with the radial bone right there. I don't ever like to say, do this and this will happen, because too much crap can go wrong. But you do this and this, I'm going to tell you what, you're going to drop them right there on the spot. So, Phil Pavlinsky, Practical Hapkido, train smart, train hard.